Hello everyone, I'm Food for Dogs. I'll discuss some aspects of Song of Memories and give you my overall impression. Please note this is not a full review and you may encounter some minor spoilers. Also please note the age rating of 16. The game was developed by Future Tech Lab and published by P-Cube in early 2019. P-Cube have helped localize many games that otherwise would never have reached our western shores, especially visual novels. Such personal favorites of mine as Root Letter, Chaos Child, Punchline, Tokyo Twilight Ghost Hunters, also recently Mother Love and World End Syndrome, and of course the visual novel that towers above them all, Steins Gate. So my expectations were fairly high for Song of Memories. You can see straight away from this animation intro that they were aiming high. A lengthy story with many branching paths and endings, an apocalyptic theme about a virus threatening mankind, and an unusual feature, combat integrated via a rhythm minigame. There's full voiceover audio and dialogue scenes are partly animated. However, the first thing you'll probably notice is an abundance of feminine curves. Yes, boobs, lots of them, all the time. As you probably know, I welcome fan service and have no prudish inclinations. But, like every other aspect, fan service has to be in the service of the story. I really dislike gratuitously exposed bodies and grossly inflated boob sizes. We should be able to celebrate the beauty of the human body without resorting to puerile titillation. This opening animation looks very smooth and inviting. Alas, it is in my opinion probably the best looking part of the game, produced by Nirai Kanai Studio. Let me explain. Here you see the 6 heroines the male hero will interact with. The artwork is competent but strikes me as fairly generic. The story arcs all contain suggestive scenes. The translation is sometimes unfortunate, contributing to a sense of unease. This bath scene between main character Minato and his sister Fuka is entirely stereotypically predictable. I will say that the writing here is actually quite good, but not enough to save what is a drawn-out and often banal tale. I had the recurring feeling that a committee had decided to chuck various ingredients together. Zombies, an idol group, racy encounters, and hoped the mix would turn out spicy. But for me, these different parts never combined into a coherent and engrossing whole. Now, what is a pop group doing here? These 5 idols fight with the power of their song, the basis for the repetitive and forgettable combat rhythm game. Wait, doesn't that sound familiar? It reminded me a lot of the Idea Factory game Omega Quintet, which released in 2015. Please take a look for yourselves. Five young women, colour-coded in a style reminiscent of Song of Memories, they are an idol group fighting an outbreak of monsters. Yeah, right. What is also interesting is that Omega Quintet looks a notch above Song of Memories in terms of art and design. I wouldn't rate Omega Quintet a powerhouse JRPG, but in terms of aesthetic, theme and vibrancy, it outclasses Song of Memories. Now let's take a look at the infected zombie-type monsters, unfortunate victims of a virus with the unimaginative name X-Virus. This is where the game really falls down for me. The first objective of any fantasy story has to be suspension of disbelief. If we don't believe in this world, we won't engage with what happens to the characters. And that's exactly what happened to me. I disengaged. I began to groan during this minigame, which occurs in most story arcs, forcing you to walk tediously again and again through the locations until the right sequence and destination is found. I can't even imagine who thought this was a good idea. It might be okay if you only complete one ending, but most players of visual novels like to see more than one story arc. I used the skip text button more and more as stories dragged on with interminable banter and bitching between these high school students. I tend to enjoy school settings, usually, but this is no class act like Persona or even Tokyo Xanadu. There is a lot of padding here. I have to say the second animation sequence is really well done. It closes with a question we know well from Danganronpa: despair or hope? Danganronpa set the bar high and succeeded, I thought, marvellously in pulling you into that dizzying roller coaster between optimism and dejection. Song of Memories does not manage this trapeze act half as well. Neither the despair of a virus-ravaged world nor the hope of true love and the will to fight back are communicated with the level of conviction that would make me feel immersed in these stories. I hope you found something of interest in my musings. Keep well until next time. I'm food for dogs.